You've been fighting your body your whole life, restricting food, controlling your impulses, pushing down those deep secret pleasures that you have in there, but still show up confident without insecurities. So let's get freaking honest. You don't want to spend the rest of your life exhausted, working hard every single day to overcome your body, control it, punish it, push it down, and still feel like you're behind. You want to feel alive in your body. You want to feel so alive in your body that it becomes the sacred portal and vessel it is to experience this unique human experience, to live life to the freaking fullest and actually truly fully love yourself without the back and forth in your head trying to tone down your insecurities and turn up the self-love when it still doesn't feel like enough. Well, you're in the right place. This is where you stop overriding yourself and learn what it's truly like and how to get there to fully be in your body and love it. So welcome, come on in. Today we're unpacking how to actually work with your body and your mind to shift out of these survival protection mechanisms that say you have to hate yourself, you have to shrink yourself, you have to control yourself, but you still got to love yourself, and body positivity, but keep those insecurities to yourself and don't let them show and be perfect. How to move through all of that and actually feel good in your body without losing yourself in the process. And I said the mind-body process because these patterns are deeply woven into your makeup. Take my story. Grew up dancing, was a ballerina in a highly accredited academy. I went through puberty in a leotard and tights. I was told what to eat at the age of 7, had my food journals graded, was taught what a happy food was taught how to read a label and only eat stuff with 2% lower, and you had to look a certain way to move up. And as the high achiever I am, of course I'm going to follow exactly everything to the T, and when I don't, hide it in a closet to continue to move on. And then you're growing up, people around you are getting their period, growing boobs, everyone's talking about their changing bodies, but you do it in a dark room, a silent room away from everything, and you giggle, and it's really secretive even though everybody's going through it, and then you start to grow leg hairs. Then you go through high school, where it's all about who likes who and the boys, but also keeping your grades up, being a cheerleader, wanting to run around in a tight skirt. And then you get to college and you gain the freshman 15, which is shamed, but also normalized. And then you start working out. That's what I did. Started working out because I was drinking beer and eating pizza every single night. But there's no line in the sand to when it's enough is enough. Lost like 30 pounds in 2 months because I then downloaded MyFitnessPal, learned about calories, started tracking everything meticulously. And that fitness train just kept going on. And as a professional fitness instructor, I had to look a certain way, to be needed and wanted in the role. And then I found bodybuilding. And I was just fully immersed in this culture where it's so normalized to override your body to show up and prove and good enough. And it's not a unique experience. Yes, my situations, my circumstances look different. Maybe you didn't do ballet. Maybe you didn't even think about doing bodybuilding. But the underlying stories are very similar. How much did you see your mother talk about her weight? Wear clothes to hide herself, hide her insecurities? How much did your mom tell you what to eat and what not to eat, or how much to eat? How much did you observe the grown-ups in your life gossiping and building community around talking about other people or their bodies or things that they need to fix or change about themselves? How many times you open this freaking app, wherever, if you're watching me live on YouTube or open Instagram or TikTok, and you see somebody talking about how hard they push themselves to look this way or how to eat. This is what I eat in a day. This is my supplements. You hear a supplement commercial on a podcast and you're already putting it into your cart before seeing if you even need it. How many times have you shrunk yourself down to fit in this box of what you should be like as a woman, what you should look like to be lovable, how you should act to show that you love yourself through discipline, how you should talk to yourself to actually have self-love? Every single should and shouldn't is carried in your body and your nervous system. And that is created a very specific set of rules and invisible guidelines as to how you live your life to be good enough, to be accepted, to fit in, and to belong. And those rules are governed by self-abandonment, dressed up as self-love, discipline, devotion. I care about myself. And it's all a lie because it actually doesn't feel good, which is why you have anxiety. You overthink. You pick yourself apart in the mirror every single day while also trying to override those thoughts to love yourself. You say the affirmations in the mirror to try to like yourself. You end every single day exhausted, questioning what you did wrong, even though there wasn't even 3 seconds in the day for you to do anything else. It's why you're holding on to inflammation, stubborn body fat, your periods are a wreck, and you've probably shut them down with birth control. Why you have PCOS or insulin resistance, headaches, skin issues. Every single physical symptom you have, mental health symptom you have, is the top level manifestation of a deeper belief that is living in your body and nervous system. And the reason that it manifests through a physical or a mental health symptom is because you haven't learned how to catch it before it starts screaming. Because anything that's out of alignment with your truth, who you really are, is your body's going to send a signal and say, hey, get back on track. What are you doing? We're actually being really mean to ourselves. Why are you abandoning me? Why are you not listening to me? Which is why the more you do, the worse you feel, and your symptoms keep getting worse, even if you're healthier or work out more or drink more water or gave up caffeine. Because at your core, and this is where I get very scientifical because I am a nerd. If you look at quantum mechanics, quantum physics, we live in an infinite universe, which means you have infinite possibilities for who you are, what you do with your life, what you like, your partner, your family, your job, anything in this human experience. Infinite possibilities of who you are. You are innately worthy. You are innately good enough. You are innately lovable. And you are divinely always being poured into. The universe always wants the best for you. You are always on the path to your highest self when you listen, when you're in alignment, when you're in your body, when you're not playing into these false beliefs that say I have to look and do and be a certain way to get that. And anything that's leading you on the path of I have to, I should, I need to fit into this box that somebody else made up to probably sell you something and market something, make money, keep you sick and dumb. Anything outside of the truth that you are innately worthy, good enough, deserving, infinitely possibilities in this current moment, your body, your mind, your life, your circumstances are going to reroute you back to the truth of your innate worth, good enoughness, infinite possibilities. It first starts as an inner knowing, your intuition, your emotions and your feelings. But when you're little, you're told to be quiet, settle down, stop crying so loud. You're taught to override your body's sensations to fit in, to be polite. And it's nobody's fault, right? Your parents learned this out of their survival because their parents learned that out of survival. And they are just doing what they know in their programming, what is best for you. They're trying to keep you safe with what they know. Basically, your parents handed you their survival mechanisms and said, here, this will keep you safe. And now your body's saying, hey, that's actually not the truth. But because you learned how to fit into the society, how to not rock the boat at home, how to be the polished daughter, how to show up disciplined to prove that you love yourself, how to rely and self-soothe yourself because other people didn't understand. All of that is living deep in your nervous system. From birth to 12 years old, your body uses those beliefs to build its own safety mechanism. which is why the patterns are so ingrained that you don't even notice it. You don't even know that self-abandonment is leading the show right now, which is why you're here, which is why all of this is probably activating something in you. But activations, call them triggers. I don't like that word. Any activation is the awakening of something that's alive in you. That's why I love to piss people off on social media. Why I love when my clients are like, I hate you for saying that, because that's where your edge is. Your mind and your body are going to do everything they can to keep you acting in alignment with what it learns is safe. And now that you're an adult and you can provide for yourself, you can get a job, you can pay your bills, you don't need to belong to somebody else to survive. But you're still in the same patterning and protective survival mode that kept you belonging. So now as an adult, your mental health symptoms pop up, your physical health symptoms pop up, you keep dating the same narcissist person and you were questioning why the universe hates you and keeps sending them your way. Because those things are trying to wake you up that you actually have the power to change these habits. They are not who you are. They do not define you. They are not permanent. They are a warning sign. Hey, we're still trying to fit in and belong with stories that don't serve us anymore. We want you back on the path of your infinite capabilities, innate worth, innate good enough. I love the word innate because it's unconditional. You're still living in those patterns that say, I have to fit this way to approve to these people so they love me. That's conditional love. But the universe, God, source, Mother Nature, Jesus, whoever, whatever it is that you believe in, the freaking doorknob or the soil, loves you unconditionally and is here to give you your desires. Whatever it is you desire is yours because it already exists somewhere in the infinite possibilities of this quantum universe. And everything that's going quote unquote wrong in your life or is uncomfortable, undesirable, is trying to reroute you onto the path of least resistance to get that thing. Which is why I will drill this into everybody's brain. Your body is not against you. Your body is not a problem. Your mental health is not a diagnosis. And I can say that with complete conviction. 4 years ago, I was in and out of the loony bin. I was on 5 medications. I was friggin' dead as a brick because I was so wild. I wasn't mentally ill. I was trying to grieve and cope and understand life. And there wasn't a safe place for me to do that without me being labeled. Oh, Mr. Kobe is wanting to join us. Hi, Mr. Kobe. Being labeled as bad or other than or sick. And now I don't subscribe to any mental health diagnosis. I don't subscribe to any physical health diagnosis. I got a freaking colonoscopy when I was like 19 years old because I had so many issues. Now, healthy mind and body, living a life that I only dreamed of, and I'm just getting started. I haven't even skimmed the surface of what this life is going to be like, the experiences I'm going to have. Because I've realigned my belief system, my nervous system, my identity, increased my body literacy on the truth that I'm infinitely, lovingly, always supported, innately worthy, and good enough as I am. That doesn't mean I'm not a human and I get sad and I get pissed off and I get angry and I get activated. I have edges. Some days I want to go freaking smoke a cigarette and order a drink at the bar and just say, F it, I'm out today. Because I don't shame her anymore. I don't shame the version that still looks at my body and compares it to the societal frame of this is what you should look like. I do, however, know it's inevitable that my body's going to get back to its healthy baseline. I do know that my body is healing itself from all the shit that I put it through the last decade. For those of you that don't know, last year my body and nervous system completely shut down after going way too ham in bodybuilding. Because, that's a great example, because I was chasing this elusive, you'll feel better when you look a certain way, you have a certain discipline, you achieve a certain thing, you make enough money, but there's no end. And man, did I just keep going till my body said, so let's check in. How many times have you secretly wished you got sick, broke a bone, had some type of emergency so that you didn't have to go to work, so that you could finally slow down and not do anything today, so that you could finally stop without guilt? Now there's a thread to pull on. Is this a belief? Am I working a job that's not serving me? Am I overriding my body every single day, pushing through exhaustion just to show up and be on plan? And then we look at physical symptoms. Okay, am I exhausted? Do I have anxiety? Do I have adrenal fatigue? Chronic fatigue? Do I have period issues? Am I even aligned with my cycle? Am I on birth control, shutting down my entire female rhythm? Am I on mental health meds that are suppressing my emotions that are the truest, most divine part of me? Am I dealing with depression? Am I dealing with anxiety? Do I feel on and off? These are all... Oh my gosh, a fly just came in here. I hope you can't hear it. I don't know how these flies are getting in my house. Anyways, back to it. Squirrel brain, love it. Your body's signals, your mind's signals, your life experiences are showing you exactly where you are holding yourself back. Nobody's ever out to get you. The world is never punishing you. Your body's never against you. Everything is for you so much that they're willing to piss you right off and put you in pain to try and redirect you. That is how loved you are. That is how divinely guided and supported you are. I use the words universe, guided, whatever words you use, great. Or if you don't believe in anything, okay, think about like the sky or the clouds, or just make it yourself. See yourself as that powerful, because, right, that's what we all are, universe, experiencing itself. Conversation for a different time. So once you use your body and your mind and your circumstances to get real and true and honest with yourself, even though it's going to freaking sting and activate you and feel sticky, icky, you sit with that truth. And then you start to listen to it and decode what it's telling you. This is why I created the Oracle Library. Your body's always speaking to you. Free workshop, go watch it if you haven't. Enter the Oracle Library, where I get real, honest, and true about your health symptoms and your mental health symptoms and what they really mean. Everywhere on your body holds a different story. So we can go into pain. Is it your shoulders? Is it your low back? Is it your feet? If your ankles are hurting, you're dealing with stability issues. If your low back is hurting, you probably are carrying a lot of financial stressors and scarcity. If your shoulder and neck and traps are always really, really tight, you're probably trying to control the whole world and hold the world on your shoulders. And the exhale, the full body exhale you've been waiting for, happens when you just listen and let those things exist. It does not take more fixing, more healing, or becoming a different version of you. That's where everyone goes wrong. That's why people get stuck in healing for years. You'll see the girl on Instagram. It's like, oh, I got my spark back. And then 2 months later, she's in bed having a meltdown. Oh, I got my spark back. And the healing never ends when you don't integrate those places into it, which is what we do in the reclamation, my private mentorship, where you sit down with me, we pull in all your edges, and we move through that and integrate it into your body. Because all the stuff you've shoved in the dark, it exists. It's speaking through your body, through your mind, through your circumstances. And once you bring that into the light and integrate it, it doesn't run the show silently anymore. It doesn't hold you back. It doesn't keep you subscribing to these old rules, the invisible rule book that kept you in the box to belong. Because you belong to you now. And now all 30 of your personalities get to belong together and support each other. And you get to be in the seat of observation, watching it happen, and you lead the show. You move when you're scared. You move when you're insecure. You wear the outfit that you want to, even though you're silently guessing what people will say. Because now you choose what to listen to, because you're no longer unconsciously subscribed to it because you didn't shove it in the past. It's a lot of information coming your way. So just take a big breath. I can get so passionate and talk about this forever. Go into the Oracle library. Your body is an oracle. And once you learn to decode your symptoms, you learn how to read the symptoms and understand them. That's where the truth is. Your body is the oracle. It gives you the information and it has all the answers. Not so you can change it, so you can sit with it and accept it. Because that's then where your capacity widens, your nervous system, it feels safe. And you can realign your identity with the limitless, infinitely capable and deserving being that you actually are. And that's the goal, right? To live a life that you want to live, feeling good in your body, feeling so good in your body that the life you want to live actually turns you on and does it for you. You're not just pretending it's good or chasing the elusive end goal and never actually arriving, because it wasn't about the destination. It's about how it's going to make you feel. And you can't feel good when you're fighting yourself every single freaking day, because your body's never going to feel safe. And a body that doesn't feel safe will never relax and meet you in this moment. Hop into the Oracle library. Start decoding your body. Know that when I poke at your edges in that private podcast, it's with nothing but love. Because you are always being provided for. You just need to change the lens, the sunglasses you're wearing, to see them as opportunities. Instead of this survival, victimhood, poor me. Oh, it's so enduring. It feels so good. And I know it because I've lived it, and it still pops up. To be the victim of your life, poor me, because then you don't have to take accountability for it, because it kind of sucks to know that, oh, damn, this is all happening for me. Great. Let's do something about it. Let's move the needle forward while we're uncomfortable. That's what we do in the Reclamation, my private mentorship, where we go deep. I am opening up more spaces, but for now, start in the Oracle library. Connect with me, reach out to me, and take home the big giant hug I have with these messages. Your body is not a problem to fix. Nothing is permanent unless you decide it is. Your body is never against you. It's showing you the exact things you are avoiding. Your symptoms are signals trying to redirect you back on the path of least resistance to your limitless, deserving, innately worthy self that is here to experience a life that turns you on. And overriding your body to belong to somebody else's story is so normalized to your mind, to your body, and to your nervous system that you don't know it's happening, which is why we start surface level. Read the symptoms, look at your life. Where are the things that you don't like, don't feel good? And what are they trying to tell you? When you break out of the survival story, become the untamed, unapologetic, wild, free, magnetic, amazing creator woman that you are. That's when life starts to feel good. That's when magic and miracles drop in every single freaking day. And you deserve nothing less than a magical, wild, untamed world. So make sure you're following me on the socials for all the new programs coming out. Hop in the library. Read your body like the oracle it is. Take a freaking deep breath and listen to this as many times as you need, even when it feels sticky and stretchy and uncomfortable, because I'm poking at those edges you've been avoiding so loyally. But they're here to set you free. Big love.